spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome everyone to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see, the Groupers taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the balls will put total render to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Groupers offense will have the opening possession of the game, and they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's
ball is out behind the line. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down. He came up a little short. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
They punted away on 4th down. Not able to pop the big return, and they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Tennessee's offense will go to work for the first time today. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can... make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going there.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort, because then he can really be at his best.
Looking to the big tight end. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. The 30. He's at the touchdown. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And that's going to make the defensive coordinator happy because he's just hoping his defense can get off the field there on fourth down. Just get a stop, get a tackle, bat the ball away. We're going to pick it off, and we're going to take it to the house. Great play.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games.
It's a seam wide open. Wide open spaces. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tennessee. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And the offense clutches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. They'll go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The inside handoff. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
They'll go right back to him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. Rides the back on the option to give. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The groupers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and not his best work. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. He breaks the tackle.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Fires deep toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Touchdown ball! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And now this offense will take the field again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. They punted away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Yeah, and how about the QB calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays, and decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
And on third down, QBs just have to play a little bit faster. You're anticipating blitz. You know you're probably going to have to get rid of this football just a little bit sooner. I think the quarterback held on to it just a tad long, and that helped lead to the incompletion.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Slings it downfield. Makes the grab. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the right. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Volunteers.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Goes to the option. And that's the end of the line on that run, and it's the end of the line for the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Parrish. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
And the groupers will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. And the returner goes down. Opening snap in this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Might be looking to run. Trying to escape and get it himself. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had them all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
He uncorks a bullet to the right. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The groupers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So here is the Tennessee offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. They'll go to the ground. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He fires a bullet to the right. He's got it on the outside. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. And he's wrestled out of bounds after a nice pick. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
PAT unit on the field. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards.
Here comes the offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. We got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So now it's 2nd and long. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll move the tight end. He'll keep it himself. Fights off a defender. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. To the air on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The play action fake. Throwing right. It's caught downfield. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
That's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Under fire. Quickly to the tight end. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
It's a nice job by the tight end there, just whipping his head around. They didn't need that many yards, so that's an easy completion. You get the first down.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the boot, looking for his man. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. They'll immediately call timeout. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the groupers will try to pin them back with the punt. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Clock is wound down, just over 20 seconds to go before the break. They'll have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Catch in the middle. It's Thomas. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Making side adjustments here. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Right on target this time. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Going deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown ball. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
The the groupers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end now in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Trying to set up the screen. He's past the 30. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
So the PI penalty cost the defense 15 and a fresh first down for the O. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Finds a man in the middle. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have in the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Forced out of the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Going for it all. Oh, it makes the grab. Oh, couldn't get the foot down. It's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play call.
Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape, scramble, and go pick up the first down. That is a killer if you're the defensive coordinator. You've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Vols line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Bob.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football.
Touchdown, Volunteers! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Defense in press coverage. The give to the back. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. Good surge up front, giving 4 out to the 18. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. He'll ride his man on the option. Turning it on. There he goes. He's at the 40. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring.
And that's why this offense is hard to stop, man. They have that option to pitch it. So as a defense, like, I got to get the quarterback, and then I got to get the pitch man, and they lost the pitch man, and you can tell he made them pay with a big gain down the field.
Great job by the defense that time, blowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Right down the boulevard. It's good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Dangerous return man grabs it inside his 30. He's brought down, but a really nice return gets him to the 41. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. First play of the drive comes from the 41. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse. How about that play? A diving snag along the right side. That's right there. Defense. They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Vols racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right up.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Pick off to stop the threat. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
On the set. Get set.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Give to the fullback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, it's Wicks. Fires to the right. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. And the groupers send out the punt unit. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Unloads it downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's caught. It's Lewis. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Volunteers will have it 1st and 10. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll pull it down. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can...
A shot toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up. If you like old school running games, this is... game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. He might want another play. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
Dropping back, it's Aguilar. He's got it on the move. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tennessee.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 5 clash today. Texas has a lead right now in Austin, but they've been in a dogfight so far and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by just 1 over Oregon. This could easily be a preview of the playoff, and we promise to keep you posted throughout, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. On the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. To the air, it's Aguilar. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the...
He's going for the big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Still on his feet at the 45. And after making the interception, a terrific return to put his offense in great field position at the 42. Split backs here. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Off play action. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are in late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
And the returner will be brought down. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. He uncorks one deep. He's got it down the left side. He's loose. Touchdown ball. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. Is there anything this dude can't do? He's channeling his inner Condridge Holloway, Heath Schuler, or dare I say, the great Peyton Manning.
I bet he can't lead the band, Reese. I bet he's not allowed to do that. He's having himself a day, but he's not there yet. But, man, putting up some stats, doing what he wants. This offense is absolutely cooking.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. He leaves it with his back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The groupers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just...
He's loose. Lots of running room. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind. And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Dances away. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have...
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum. It's starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll run the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here comes the option. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the groupers will bring the punt team onto the field. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Barring complete catastrophe, David, this offense ought to be able to salt away this game.
Yeah, and unless you're playing in a different league, this one's over. Like, there is no three-point conversions and stuff like that you can get. So run the ball, make them use timeouts, Palmer, walk out here with a dub.
Yeah, this defense should just use their timeouts. Can't take them with you, right? And let's just see. Who knows? Crazier things have happened in college football. Maybe they put the ball on the ground. They don't execute the center quarterback exchange.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. After this, it'll be a wrap. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. Moving away from pressure. They get to him as he throws. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit him right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm